Hey guys, what is going on? This is Pete on the beat. This video I would like to dedicate to answer this question. It is a pretty specific question. It's from Michalis Makris or Mikalis Makris. I'm not so sure how to pronounce your name, so please excuse me if I pronounce the name incorrectly. So shout out to Michalis Makris. Can you tell me what is ketosis/keto diet? First of all, I would like to thank you for asking me this question. It will be my pleasure to answer the question. So without further ado, I would like to start with the fact that in order to give you a better explication, if not the best explication, I'm gonna put it like this. I would like to recommend you to really imagine that the human body, my body, all the human bodies are basically like machines. The human body is some type of a machine. It's like some type of engine, if I can put it like this. And this engine is hybrid type of engine, which means that it can run on two types of fuel, an essential fuel and non-essential fuel. So right off the bat, I would like to point out that state of ketosis is the state when your body runs on its own essential fuel. This is the most essential state. This is the most essential way for humans to live. We have essential fatty acids and essential amino acids. You're probably already familiar with this fact, with this detail, that we have like essential and non-essential macronutrients. On the other side, the carbohydrates are the non-essential macronutrient. Here I would like to point out that the carbohydrates are the alternative fuel. This is not the most essential way. We do not require a single drop of glucose in order to survive. You're probably already familiar with this fact as well. And here I would like to explain you that the human body definitely can thrive. Humans can thrive on carbohydrates, aka sugars, glucose, but the human body does not require a single drop of carbohydrates. Matter of fact, the human body has the amazing ability to make glucose on its own via the process or the reaction called gluconeogenesis. This is basically converting proteins into sugars. So what is ketogenesis? Ketogenesis is when the human body converts fats as primary energy source. Basically mobilizes fats and converts them into ketone bodies or ketones. A lot of people prefer to call them ketones. This is the state of ketogenesis. Those fats can come from your dietary fats, the fats that you consume with your diet, or your own fat stores. So in order to help you understand even better, I would like to say a few things that are more of a facts, if I can put it like this. So the first thing is that the human body has the ability to store up to 400 grams of carbohydrates in form of muscle glycogen. You're probably already familiar with this as well, but I would like to point out that this definitely varies for each and every individual. Let's, for example, imagine that we have a situation with a 225-pound bodybuilder that is, for example, 6.3. I'm 6.3. Let's take this as an example. This guy carries sufficient amount of lean muscle tissue, so this guy can definitely store more carbohydrates than, for example, the average Joe or the average gym goer or whatsoever. Just want to point this out. But on the other hand, this is a lot more important and it's a lot more interesting in my personal opinion. Human body, all of the human bodies, they have the ability to store up to 40,000 calories in form of fat stores. So during this state of ketosis, when an individual is adapted and it's really adapted, his body has the ability to tap to these 40,000 calories during a period of absence of food. So how you can enter this ketogenic state, this state of ketosis? There are two ways to enter the state of ketosis. The ketogenic diet is the most effective way, or one of the most effective ways. The second option is absence of food. Intermittent fasting, different intermittent fasting protocols. In my personal opinion, the most effective way is combining a well put together ketogenic diet with some form of an intermittent fasting protocol. This is the most effective way to enter the state of ketosis because you need to put your body in a depletion state state. Depletion, this means that you need to deplete all of the glycogen first, and when there is no carbohydrates coming, there is no glycogen, your body will eventually flip the switch and you're going to be able to adapt to this ketogenic state. And when you are really highly adapted individual, this is the deepest phase of ketosis, like deep state of ketosis as they prefer to call it, you're going to be able to rely on those 40,000 calories. So during periods of not eating, intermittent fasting, if you do intermittent fasting, you're going to be able to rely on your own fat stores. This is like the ultimate goal when you're adapting to the ketogenic diet. So what is the actual ketogenic diet? There are multiple versions of the ketogenic diet. Different scientists make different adjustments and that kind of stuff. So I would like to explain you what is the most conventional ketogenic diet, that is basically the starting point of everything, if I can put it like this. And here I would like to also say that this particular diet is extremely effective and it's used for treating all kinds of epilepsy, seizures, all kinds of different cancers and that kind of stuff, deadly diseases. I think they started using it to treat narcolepsy as well. So the conventional ketogenic diet is based around over 75% from the daily caloric intake from fat, around 15% comes from proteins, and less than 5% comes from carbohydrates. This is the conventional ketogenic diet. Even around 80% comes from fat. This is the most classical ketogenic protocol, if I can put it like this. So this basically is a diet that consists of high amounts of fats, moderate amounts of protein, and virtually no carbohydrates. This is the concept of the ketogenic diet. Here I would like to point out that different situations with different individuals requires different adjustments. This is something that I personally have zero drop of doubt, because for example, when you have a situation with a person who is extremely highly active individual, who breaks down muscle tissue on a day-to-day basis, who really need some extra recovery and that kind of stuff, most definitely this guy requires more protein. A lot of people prefer to neglect this important detail, but this is true, and this is mostly important for the people who train a lot, athletes, especially strength athletes, bodybuilders, physique competitors, fitness enthusiasts and that kind of stuff, especially people interested in improving their physique. This is most definitely true, and if you do not believe, I definitely recommend you to Google Dr. Dominic D'Agostino and basically listen to some kind of podcast with this guy. If you're not familiar with Dr. Dominic D'Agostino, in order to help you understand better, I'll put it like this. Dr. Dominic D'Agostino is something like the ultimate ketogenic master of our era. I cannot explain it any better than this. This guy develops ketogenic diets for the black ops, for military divers. He's a former bodybuilder. He's also a diver. Basically like a Superman type of thing. And you can check out his opinion on the amounts of protein athletes should consume. So as a conclusion, the state of nutritional ketosis, the keto state, ketosis, ketogenic state, or whatever, this is the most optimal way for humans to live. This is a state where the body relies on fats, and ketone bodies mobilizes fats as primary energy source or primary fuel source. The alternative option are the carbohydrates. A lot of people prefer carbohydrates over fats. Those are mostly strength athletes or bodybuilders and that kind of stuff. But the bottom line is that the carbohydrates are non-essential. This is an alternative fuel. The state of ketosis, this is the most essential way for humans to live, and this is the ketones are the most essential and natural, if we can put it like this, source of energy for the human body. The second thing, the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is extremely high in fats. The conventional ketogenic diet is around 75 to 80% from fat, as long as for the daily caloric intake. 10 to 15% should come from proteins, and less than 5% should come from carbohydrates. Again, I would like to point out that there are different versions of ketogenic diets. My favorite version of ketogenic diets, I would like to share this with you, is the steak and egg diet by the Iron Guru Vince Giron. This is old school bodybuilding diet. My main reason why I'm that big of a fan on this particular version of the ketogenic diet is the fact that it actually consists almost equal amounts of fats and proteins, because I definitely need more protein as someone who really wants to improve his physique. So yeah, this is basically it. I hope I answered your question. It was my pleasure. I hope you will find the video helpful and useful. So if you guys have more questions, please feel free to give me some comments down below in the comment section. I'll do my best in order to provide the answers in some of my future videos and whatnot. So if you find the video helpful, give me some thumbs up and whatnot. Maybe subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. I'll be so happy if you do this. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one. Peace and I'm out.